Good evening, Greg here, burning both ends, burning on the back end of the weekend. It's 10:42 p.m. Pacific, June 24th, 2018. We are in week 4 for the I-Corps program. And really, week 3 of really in the grind, if you will. The first week, was a training week. And so we're supposed to be at 30 interviews by now. And so we're at 32. And then we have already 10 scheduled for this week. I'm so excited. This week is going to be an amazing week. We have some interviews scheduled this week. We have some of the gurus that we've been looking for. It takes sometimes a few steps to get there. And so we got some really powerful interviews this week. Looking forward to them. And Sunday is a great day for organization, I find. Especially when you're not really sure when I'm not really sure what to do for the week. A lot of things that I could possibly put my time into. And so I find if I can just do some organization, that usually helps me understand what I should be working on. And so I sent out to my team a list of all the interviews scheduled this week, just a nice compiled list, who they are, who referred them, when they are, obviously the time, the 2 time zones, Pacific and Eastern. And so hopefully that's good for the team, because I want the team focused on showing up to the interviews. And then there are a few fundamentally awesome interviews, or just, I don't know why I said fundamentally awesome, but interviews that the team has to make, right? There are some lower priority interviews in there. And so just really excited for the week. And got my Tasky work done this weekend, got all my interviews uploaded to the Innovation Within the cloud platform. Did all the insights and all the linking and whatnot. And really a week from today, we should know a lot about our application and whether or not we can do what we think we need to do, or at least is there a path there? Can we get there with what we think we can, right? So, and that might sound a little cryptic, but that's how the I-Corps goes, right? I'm not going to divulge some of the proprietary information. So anyway, so I-Corps, super excited for I-Corps. And then, the other key thing is I got to keep the interview funnel filled nicely. It is filled nicely right now. I just got to add more to it that really helped last week. And so I want to make sure that we don't just focus on the interviews. I want to focus on filling the funnel and getting some more queued up for the following week, for next week. So that's going to be a lot of fun. My other projects are going really well. The success journal thing, is working awesome. Just went through it, just copied it, for the next week. So I'm doing these 1 week chunks. The 1 week chunks are just working out great, I have to say. And it was very easily, in about 5 minutes, I was able to copy it over, go through all the successes, kind of change them, right? Because what happens is the focus items largely stay the same. They might tweak a little bit, but if I've chose them correctly, they should stay in place for a little while. And then the success steps should be the same, they should stay in place for a while. It should take me several weeks to hit the success steps, if I'm choosing them right. If they're too easy to hit, maybe I'm not thinking big enough. And then that central column, the successes, I just begin to repopulate, on the new week. Get rid of the ones that say done. Some of these tasks are a bit repetitive, so I will be doing them again this week, but some of them are not. So it probably took about 5 to 7 minutes to copy this over and fill it out. And then in that process, I was able to find out a few little tasky things that I had to do. Did those before the post. And I think I'm pretty well set up for Sunday. Yeah. And then other things. So today, big family day. Actually, the big task of today was, if you remember, the bed bugs. so the most of the day was devoted to bed bug abatement. And so the old bed was taken out, taken apart, sprayed down with this, bed bugs killer spray. Excuse me, sorry about that. And then, the carpet was taken out. I did confirm that the bed bugs had found their way to the carpet. So getting that treated. And then we ended up bringing in a new bed for my girls. So they had previously had a bunk bed. And so we actually had a queen-size bed in storage. And so we pulled that sucker out. And my girls were so excited. They were so psyched to have one bed that they would share, and they were jumping on, and they were they were just thrilled. It was the best day for them. So that was pretty cool. And I have to admit, the room looks a lot better now with the one queen size bed versus the bunk bed. even though the queen does take up a lot more room. But we reorganize things, and so they're just real psyched with the change. And so I think we've conquered the bed bugs. I think I found where they were hiding in that curtain, so all that's gone, and we'll see. We set some traps at the bottom, like on the floor, to see if they're crawling around anywhere. I don't think so, but we'll see. So, and that's my first real experience with bed bugs, and one of the things I'm real thankful of, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, I might have, but when you Google bed bugs, you look at some of the pictures, that it's pretty nasty what can happen with an infestation of these little creatures. They are pretty gross. They essentially leave their crap all over the place, which is, I think, essentially a person's blood. And then they also leave like their carcasses all over the place, like their exoskeletons. And so that's what you see, is this like disgusting dark red stain and exoskeletons everywhere. And so it's easy. It's kind of easy to find out if they're there. It's not very difficult. But anyway, so the bottom line is that what we had was very mild compared to what we saw online, because it's pretty gross. So really excited that we found these suckers. So now we solve the problem, and hopefully my daughter and myself will not get bitten anymore, because we were the main victims of the bed bug. So excited for that. Other than that, great family weekend. Was able to let the wife get out today and do some personal things. Did some yoga. Cashed in on her recent birthday present. We had gotten her some mani-pedi time, and so she was able to get some of that done. And another sip of my bubbly water. Yeah, just a great day. So I went to the park, and and now let's burn for another hour or so, get a little bit more prep done for the week, and then just we're right into Monday, and so I'm really excited. So 4 interviews tomorrow, 4 on Tuesday. For some reason, it just worked out that way. 2 on Thursday, so we might drop a few more in here and there. But that's a lot of interviews for a week, and also a lot of really good, really juicy ones in there. So should be exciting. So this channel is all about my journey as an aspiring entrepreneur. Hope you like what you hear. It's about things I'm using to bring success, to make progress, to move things forward. And so subscribe, comment down below, let me know how your journey's going. I want to be of service. That's a big part of this channel. I want to be of service. So ask questions, give me some problems to solve. Would love to hear about it. Other things in the description, I have links, some motivational links. Check them out. Some people that really inspire me, like Gary Vaynerchuk. Big shout out to Gary. Love the content. Thank you very much. And I've got some good music down there. Got some other posts to my YouTube on success journals, and then the template for a success journal. So if you want to check it out, the one that I'm using, which is also linked, is a little bit different format than the template, because I'm chunking it out in one, like a 1 week chunk. Really helpful. And then the beat in the background is inspired by fellow hoodie. G1 is my alter ego. I write these beats. Check them out on SoundCloud if you dig that. And that's about it for Sunday night. So y'all do good. Get some good sleep so you can wake up tomorrow and crush it. Do great things, inspire folks, and I'll see you in the morning.